Welcome, everybody, to our last new coach training call. I can't believe we're on our last week already. It's crazy how quickly this time has gone by, but I'm sure maybe not for you guys, since I know that, this group can be a little bit overwhelming with all the different assignments, but I guarantee you that it's really good information that you can use to move forward in your business. So I'm going to really try hard not to talk the entire time tonight, because I want to be able to answer any questions that you guys have moving forward. But there are a couple things that I wanted to talk about. So we are a part of such an awesome community. I know that right now we're stuck, you guys are stuck in my little bubble of, our team, Dreamers, Believers, Achievers, but we are part of a huge network of health and fitness coaches with Beachbody. And, how am I going to word this? So, I just find it really helpful to meet other health and fitness coaches. So, when you guys are done with this training, my coaches, my personally sponsored coaches, I'm actually going to add you to another team page called Inspiration Nation, who is my upline coach, Kathleen Petula's. That's her team page. So we're all part of that downline. And then Melanie Mitro, who is the #1 coach, she runs the Dream Team. And if you want to be a part of her team page, highly recommend it, because Melanie Mitro, since she's the #1 coach, I always try and learn as much as I can from her, because obviously she knows what she's doing. She's a millionaire within just 4 years of becoming a health and fitness coach with no business background, no nothing. She's a school teacher, became stay-at-home mom of 2 boys, and now she's living the life. So it's just a really awesome community. And I never realized how awesome the community was until I actually started going to events. And I want to explain the importance of events to you, because they have done so much for me. Just going out and feeling the togetherness of us coaches and the bonding, and just to see how awesome this community really is. So there's a lot of events that Beachbody actually holds. So the first one I want to talk about is Super Saturday, which there's probably one local to the majority of you. And they're held every quarter, every 3 months. The next one is January 9th, Saturday. And I remember going to my first Super Saturday, and it was just such an awesome experience. Usually what happens is that, they have guest speakers come on, sharing success stories of past challengers, weight loss stories of challengers, and coach success stories. We talk about the upcoming, corporate sends down a video of the upcoming launches and new products. And then you get to do a live workout with everybody, which is super fun. Super fun. Because Pittsburgh, since Melanie Mitro lives in here, she has a big Super Saturday every time. So I get to work out with 300 coaches or more, and it's just a lot of fun. And sometimes, celebrity trainers go to them, and or there's corporate representatives sometimes, and it's just such a fun event. And every time I go there, I always leave there having aha moments. Some Super Saturdays, they have people who, give, their tips and just to continue, furthering your education on how to grow your business. And it's just a really awesome event. So even if you don't know anybody to go with, I would highly recommend going and giving that a try, because honestly, every time I leave there, I'm just I love this company even that much more. So and if you guys are close to Pittsburgh or feel like driving out here, you guys are certainly welcome to, or flying, wherever you may live. Especially, well, I can't say for January, because I'm going to have a baby just 5 days beforehand if he doesn't decide to come a little bit earlier. But so unfortunately, not unfortunately, I take that back, because I'm excited to have my baby. But January 9th in Pittsburgh, since Melanie Mitro, she is actually named the #1 coach again for 2015. Carl Deichler is going to be coming here to the Pittsburgh area. They're going to do this huge event. So if you guys can make it to Pittsburgh, I'm telling you, it would be worth your while to come out here. So anyway, so that's Super Saturday every 3 months, next one, January 9th. So then once you, every year Beachbody has a convention called Summit. And I, as a new coach, I always used to hear, if you go to Summit, you're going to triple your business or double your business when you come back. And I'm like, yeah, right. How great could this convention really be, right? So I went to the one in Nashville in this past July, and oh my goodness, did that have a huge impact on me. And what I love about it is that it was never about the bottom dollar. It was never about selling challenge packs. It was basically personal development for us. And coming back there, I was like, oh, like I was just like basically trying to help us grow our business and help people and what we can do better. And they had such amazing guest speakers, and they really spoil us. And so they just have different speakers, and we got to do a live huge workout with all the celebrity trainers. You get to meet the celebrity trainers, which is awesome. So I got to work out with Tony Horton. I got to work out, actually, for the main workout, we took over the huge main street in Nashville. I forgot what it's even called. I think it was actually hit the world record of the amount of people working out at one time. But anyway, so I highly recommend that you go to that. It's once a year. And as new coaches, if you hit Success Club the first 3 months, which Andrea, congratulations. She just actually did this. But if you hit Success Club for the first 3 months of being a coach, you actually get a free ticket to Summit, which is like a $300 value. So like what we do is that we basically, like I shared a hotel room with 3 other coaches, so that cut down the cost. And it just a really, really, really good experience. So congrats to Andrea for earning her free ticket to Summit in July. So again, it's going to be in July, and it's going to again be in Nashville. But they did, so on top of the guest speakers, they have like big parties for us. They have, they rented out the stadium. I forgot the football team, but they rented out the whole stadium of that their NFL team. They rented out Bridgestone Arena, which is like I think hockey, basketball, one of them, for us for these events, and they just really, really spoil us and do us right. And so I'm going to really try and go again in July of this year. So it'd be really awesome to see you guys there. So then also too, they have different leadership events for like once you reach certain levels in the company. And so it's just really awesome to try and get to go to these events. Does anybody have any questions about that? Wait, let me unmute you. I'm sorry, Lauren. Okay. Go ahead.
How do you find the Saturday?
Super Saturday. There's actually a link in the back office, so I can try and find it and post it in our group. But there's a link that you can find the one closest to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. Yes.
I saw that Summit was sold out. Would it be worth getting on like a wait list?
Yes. Okay. I'm actually on the wait list. I had the opportunity to buy my ticket while I was there, and I didn't because I didn't know if I'd be able to make it with 2 kids in July. And if you purchased it like the day after I left there, it could be refundable. So I waited. So now I'm on the waiting list. So because I didn't know if I'd be able to leave a 6-month-old or take my kids with me. Sometimes coaches take their families with them, which is fine. But they can't go to all of the events. So they can, but you can buy tickets for them too. But like one of the coaches that I went with last year, Nadine, she, brought her family, and her family just did whatever while she was at all these different events. So some husbands actually did come to like the different, speaker things, but yes, to answer your question, yes, highly recommended. Highly recommend it. All right, so any questions about that? Okay, so this week in the coach training, our focus is basically building your network through social media. And I really want to explain the importance of doing that, at least at first, starting a like page. But, you know, top coaches, they have all walks of social media. They have a blog, they have Instagram, they have Pinterest, they have like all these different social medias. But I don't suggest that for you right now unless you can handle it, because it's very overwhelming. And I'd rather you guys just choose one area of social media and focus on that and master that. And then once you do, move on, because I don't want you to have all these social medias and not know what you're doing in any of them, and it wouldn't benefit you, you know, doing it that way. So like I always used to feel the pressure of starting a blog, and I actually paid somebody to help me create it, but I never launched it. And the reason why is because I'm not a writer. I'm really not a writer. So I just feel like a blog for me wouldn't be that good of an idea. But if you love to write, highly recommend the blog. I think, you know, once after I have my baby, I'm going to focus on Instagram because I'm more of a picture taker. And there's different ways of learning the different social medias. There's tons of YouTube videos out there that you can watch. So just highly recommend. So at the very least, I would start your own like page, which is basically a Facebook business page. And that's actually how I've built up my business so far. And that's how I've met other people outside of just my family and friends, you know, through Facebook. And basically what I did is I created what they call ads through Facebook. And actually, Lauren, that's how we met. So, and we'll talk more about that. Actually, I think in the training I don't remember if it's in this week training. I know I have the video, I think, of how to create a like page, but about creating ads, I don't know if I have that in there. But to create a Facebook ad, what I do to get people's attention is to create an ad for all of my free groups. So like the 14-day health and fitness challenge, which is free. The 5-day coaching sneak peek, which is free. Those are the ads that I create, because when I haven't had any success on creating ads for ones that, like for challenge groups that people actually have to pay for, because when you don't know somebody and when they don't know you, they're not going to have the trust in you to purchase a program right away. So inviting them to like the 14-day health and fitness challenge is a great way to get them started on their health and fitness journey, which is our main priority. And then it's a great way to start building that trust and the relationship so they can move forward with you as their health and fitness coach, if that makes sense. Hence Lauren, which is great because, you know, she did amazing. It was just awesome. So it's a great way to meet, you know, other people and, you know, at the end of the day to help them reach, you know, their health and fitness goals. So anyway, so there's actually a video in our Dreamers, Believers, Achievers page that I created to teach everybody on how to create a like page ad. Okay.
Is it free to do a like page ad?
No, but you can choose. So Facebook. So when I first had a like page, like you didn't have to really pay for much. Like you basically, there was ways to build up. Like when you post on your like page, not all of your people who like your page actually see what you post. It's actually a very small number, like less than 1% or something like that. So, but we never was like that. But now, in order to get people to really see what you post, they want you to pay for it. Facebook became smart. So, but it could be like $5. It could be $10 a day. It could be $1 a day. It's whatever you choose. So I look at it as this. So if you go out there and you know, get a newspaper ad or a commercial on TV, you're paying tons of money. Well, Facebook is actually making it really cheap for you to get out there. And it's just a way for me to invest in my business. So I think it's a very cheap way to invest in my business. So, a couple times a month for me. Now, other people, they boost more of their posts because they want to get that much more attention. But for me, I basically make ads twice a month. And that's just a way of me getting new people. But again, other coaches do it more because they want to bring more attention, which I probably should, but one day I will. It just, I just don't rank. So, any other questions regarding that? Okay, good. So with this business, it can be extremely overwhelming in the beginning, right? Because this is all new. You're learning tons of new information, and it's so easy to get discouraged because people could be saying no to you a lot. It's really hard to put yourself out there if you're not used to it. You thought people would start following you by now. You thought you would get more likes on your posts. You thought you'd get more people joining your challenge groups, and it could just be really, really discouraging as a new coach. But I promise you that this is not a get-rich-quick business. It's not a business that's going to grow overnight or even within a couple of months. But if you take what you guys have learned in this training and do it every single day, I promise you that over time your business will grow. I found myself in the beginning wanting to quit so many times because nobody wanted to join my challenges, and I was hearing the word no all the time. I can't afford it. I'm not ready. And I'm so glad that I hung in there because I am, number one, it's so rewarding to be a health and fitness coach and to actually help people. But then two, the income it just keeps increasing every single month. So if you guys stick with this and put yourself out there and do the 3 vital behaviors every single day, I promise you that you will see your business start growing. If you stick with this for at least a year, by the end of the year, you will see such a significant difference from the beginning as a health and fitness coach. Okay? So I really encourage, there's a percentage of coaches who actually quit within the first 3 months, and that's 80%. It's a high number. So it's the 20% of you that are going to go out there and are just going to just put that filter on and just those no's that I'm hearing constantly every single day, they are going to turn into yeses eventually. I promise you. This is not a business for today. Just for today. It's not a business just for hitting your Success Club goals for this month. It's a business forever. And if they're not ready now, if they're not ready next month, they may be ready a year from now. They may be ready 2 years from now. I just sold a challenge pack last month to somebody who joined my very first challenge group, my first cleaning group 2 years ago, or over a year ago. You know what I mean? So it's by doing these daily vital behaviors every single day, you're setting yourself up. It's the compound effect that over time that you will see, you start seeing the results over time. So I do want to encourage you to stick with this and take what you've learned. Post 3 to 5 times a day. Send out those personal Facebook messages, inviting people to challenge groups. Build relationships. Send friend requests out to people. Build your social media. And you will over time see the success. I promise. Okay. So a successful coach is an entrepreneur, right? Entrepreneurs, CEOs of companies, they don't wait for things to happen. They go out there and make things happen. Okay. When I first became a coach, I used to wait for my upline coach, Kathleen, to tell me to do everything. You know what I mean? She told me when my next challenge groups are. I waited for her to see what she was posting about, the next challenge groups, and just basically took what she did and posted them on my on my Facebook page. I waited for her. And then after a while, I'm like, wait a minute, this is my business. I need to go out there and start doing my own thing and take control over my business. So I tried furthering myself as much as possible. I got on Melanie Mitchell from, the Top Coach. She has a Monday night call every Monday night. I learned so much from that call at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I always made sure that I was on that call. I watch YouTube videos from other top coaches. I even today, like I wanted to see, the Hammer and Chisel's coming out on December 1st. So I started, looking at what other coaches were doing and how they were going out there and marketing, the program and how they were going to get people to join test groups. I YouTube videos, so I'm going out there trying to help further, just learn, every single day about how I can better myself, and instead of waiting for my upline coach. So I try and make it to all these events. I try and do whatever I can to further myself as a health and fitness coach, so I can go out there and be the best that I can be to help other people. Does that make sense? So I really want to encourage you guys to do that and to go out there and just make it happen. And I'm here for you. Your upline coach is here for you. So if you have any questions or concerns, of course. And I'm going to still try and help you guys as much as I can. I don't want you to think because this training is over that that we're done, that we're cut off. And that's not true. Like, I try and post stuff in our team page about what's coming up, and but just go out there. You guys know the schedule of our challenge groups. It's the same every single month, except this month the coaching sneak peek isn't starting until next Monday, because this week is the holiday. But I encourage you to get on our team call for Dreamers, Believers, Achievers is every Thursday at 9 p.m. Highly recommend you trying to get on that. I know it was those team calls in the beginning that helped me. I remember that when I was getting on Kathleen's calls, she everybody, we talk about, everyone's like, yeah, I invited 50 people this week to our challenge groups. And I'm like, wow, I didn't do any. I better get off this call and invite 50 people. You know what I mean? It just really, motivates me to do a little bit more, every time I was on those calls. So I still get on, their calls, Inspiration Nation calls are 9 p.m. But for our calls, Dreamers, Believers, Achievers, I always try and talk about what's coming up, and try and have some tips or something that I can to make it worthwhile for you guys to get on that call. And if there's anything that you want to talk about, let me know too. So obviously tomorrow night we're not going to have our team call because it's Thanksgiving, and so I want to reschedule it for Sunday at 9 p.m. and I'm going to go over the new program coming out, Masters Hammer and Chisel, and I'm going to talk about how I plan on launching that myself, and teach you guys how to create an event on how to do that, to invite multiple people instead of sending out, a couple hundred personal messages, which I'm still going to send out messages, but it's just a great way to invite a lot of people to, at one time. So we'll talk about that a little bit more on Sunday. So basically what we do for a new program launch, so Beachbody, with every new program, before they actually launch it, they run their own test group. They pick out, coaches or whoever, people to run their own test groups just to see what type of results they have. So when they actually launch the programs, us coaches, we like to run our own, what we call test groups. And it's a great way to get buzz for the program. It's a great way to make people feel like, they're one of the first to try it. And, I explained to them that, it's just a great way for us coaches to get to know the program and, see what kind of results that, our challengers can get. So it's usually a fun group. I am usually a challenger in every single test group that I do. I try every single program that comes out just because I like to be a product of the product, and I like to know what the new programs are. But unfortunately, I can't do the Hammer and Chisel because I'm very pregnant. So I don't think it'd be a great program for me to do right now, but I do plan on doing it when after I have the baby, though, because I'm really excited about it. And it's not a beginner program. I was told that it's good for anybody who's done the 21-day fix, and Body Beast and Shailene Extreme. It's for people who like to do weights and stuff. So, but we'll talk more about that on Sunday. Okay. Do you ladies have any questions for me?
I actually have one, but I don't know. So I saw the post in Inspiration Nation about keeping your coaches active, and if you don't keep them active, you lose everything. Can you explain that? I didn't really understand that post.
Yeah, actually, that's something that I learned too today. So
I have my husband. I'm afraid like I'm gonna ruin something.
So we all have a weak leg and we all have a strong leg, right? So the strong leg is basically what your upline basically creates for you. So every single week, oh boy, this is very confusing. So okay, so for all of you guys, okay, so the weak leg and strong leg. So weak leg is basically a leg. We each have two legs as coaches. So one is the weak leg, one is the strong leg. The weak leg is basically your personally sponsored coaches that you're going to be building. Your strong leg is also your personally sponsored coaches, but your upline coach also helps you build that weak leg. So each time that you put a coach on your strong leg, so each time you put a coach on your strong leg, and every time that they're selling products or buying products, they're building that personal volume. And don't forget, every time that you hit 100 PV on your weak leg and 200 PV on your strong leg, you cycle bonus once you're starting at the emerald level. So you get $14 and then $18 for diamond and up. And it's very confusing if you don't know what I'm talking about right now. So with your strong leg, if you don't, like say 1 week you have 800 on your strong leg and you only have 100 on your weak leg, you're only going to still cycle once. So you're going to have that leftover 600 PV. So that'll carry over till next week. So over time, your personal volume on your strong leg is going to build up, which is what you want, because once you start building your weak leg, you're going to have all that strong leg volume to tap into. Am I making sense at all? I wish I had my notepad. So anyway, so that volume that your strong leg is building is going to carry over every week, except if you go inactive. If you go inactive, you're going to lose that.
That's like yourself, though, not like
your coaches. Your weak and your strong legs are made up of your personally sponsored coaches. So it's your personally sponsored coach's personal volume.
If they go,
What, Selena?
if they go inactive.
No, if you go inactive.
oh,
So
okay.
it takes into effect, like, so I screwed myself because, like, my husband, I don't always keep active because, there's certain months that I don't need to. And with that being posted today, I'm like, oh crap. So like when I do start building my husband's business, I lost all of that volume that's been underneath him forever.
So
like right now
sorry.
I have like a crazy amount of volume under my strong leg. So if I can build my weak leg up of coaches to one day match all that volume, like it's going to be an insane amount of income. So as a coach yourself, you don't want to go inactive.
I think that's my like I know I'm not going to go inactive because I have Shakeology and I'm still selling and all that, but like for my husband, he's on my weak leg, but he's not active right now. It doesn't matter.
Well,
because
you're not going to build any volume underneath him. So like when
not right now, yeah.
Right.
Okay. So it doesn't matter until I start building his stuff. Right?
Well, no, because when you do, like, if he is active, he's still getting volume underneath him.
Okay.
Even though he's not selling anything, but he's getting that volume through you. So when you do start selling through him, you would get more income out of him if he, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
I still don't get this stuff.
It's so hard. And honestly, Andrea, I didn't understand it forever. So like basically for me, like just the way I learn, and I'm still this way, like I wait until I'm at that next level. So once I got to Emerald, I then understood more about Emerald. And then once I got to Diamond, I understood more about Diamond. And now that I'm at Diamond and my goal is 2-star, I know now the benefits of 2-star. So, but that's how I learn. That's only
I'm getting there.
Huh?
I said, yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah. I can only absorb so much at one time, but it's definitely a learning process. Yeah, so to stay active as a coach, you have to have 50 personal volume underneath you. So every product that we have in Beachbody has a personal volume assigned to it. So like Shakeology is 90 PV. So as long as you're drinking that every single month, you're going to stay active. Or if you sell something to somebody who's not a coach underneath you, that's also another way for you to get your 50 PV. So if you can't afford Shakeology one month, and you have a customer buy, something that's at least 50 PV through you, you're safe for that month. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the whole strong leg, weak leg, like it sucks how they they really created this system to make it so confusing, but it does make sense once you do learn it. And once you guys start getting coaches underneath you and I help you place them, and you'll understand that whole thing a little bit more. So the other thing I wanted to stress again is the importance of rank advancement. So I would love for you guys to all strive to get to Emerald. That's basically your first job promotion, because there's a lot of bonuses when it comes to Emerald. Number one, that's just a way of moving your business forward. Number two, if you hit Success Club and you're Emerald, you can get leads through, which are free customers through Beachbody, and you have to hit Success Club every single month in order to get those leads. So if you get Success Club 5, you get Beachbody leads, and then if you hit Success Club 10, you can actually make commission off of some of those leads. So I always strive to hit Success Club 10 every single month, because I personally love free money that I don't have to work for. So and then also too, that's when you start cycle bonusing. So every time you hit 100 personal volume on your weak leg and 200 on your strong leg, you get an extra $14. And let me tell you that adds up. So even as a new Emerald coach, when I was getting $100 extra a month or whatever, or $50. I was like, that's $50 I would never have made. And that's just through my downline. So, and then Diamond, I wanted to become Emerald. You just need one coach on one leg and one coach on your other leg, and that's it. And they can be discount coaches. They don't have to be active working coaches. So you always want to strive to rank advance, huh?
I'm gonna open a push to Emerald group on Monday. So if anybody's join, I'll post the info in the group.
Perfect. I forgot about that. So anybody who wants to push themselves and want to reach the next rank, which is Emerald, Andrea's going to start what we call a push to Emerald group. So it's basically another small closed Facebook group where you guys can push each other to help each other rank advance, and she'll have great tips and stuff to help you do that. So
yeah, it's going to be a 2-week group, so we can get done for Christmas.
Good.
Have
Awesome.
some tiny new emeralds for Christmas.
Yes. Yes. So my goal is to get diamonds underneath me, because when you start getting, so diamond is, there's ruby, but I'm not, most people skip over ruby. I'm not familiar with ruby. But then when you get to diamond, which is 4 coaches on each of your leg, and each one has to be emerald. And then once you start getting diamonds underneath you, that's when you start getting the quarterly bonuses through Beachbody. So As a 2-star diamond, you get like almost $1,000 every 3 months. When you get to 5-star, you get like an extra $5,000 through Beachbody every quarter, and those bonuses just keep going up. It's just a great way to earn some extra income. So, plus just think of all the people that we're going to be helping and making it like, I don't know, like I just feel like, and I know I keep saying this, but we have like the best job because we get to help people and make an income doing it. And it's like we don't offer a quick fix. You know, we don't offer a magic pill. We don't offer, you know, a shake that's a weight loss shake. You know, we offer solutions to people, you know, and I don't know. I just think it's awesome. So anyway, do you guys have any questions or concerns? Okay. So I want you to go out there and let's see how many people that we can help, because, you know, just by me, I can only help a certain amount of people. But, you know, when we have a team and then you guys start building your own team, it's that huge ripple effect that we can create on this world. Like somebody made the mistake of telling me on my first day as a social worker, however many years ago, that I can't change the world. And can I tell you that really pissed me off? My very first day as a social worker in a nursing home, the activities assistant told me, I'm not going to be able to save the world. Well, you know what? I could sure try, right? I may not be able to save everybody, but I can go out there and I can do the best that I can. So screw her. And that's what drives me. So anyway, so that's it. That's all I have.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So again, if you guys have any questions, please, you know, ask me, ask your upline coach. You know, you can actually probably ask most coaches in this business because we all help one another. I reach out to coaches all the time and I follow coaches all the time just to see what everybody else is doing. So.
Really stupid question. When's the next, in my head, the next 14-day health and fitness challenge is when?
The second Monday of December. So that's going to carry us into Christmas and New Year's.
Okay, so second Monday, the next...
we're going to get cut off. I can message you.
Thank you. Can you just send me like the first week we do this, I just can't remember.
It's actually on the cover photo of this group and our Dreamers, Believers, Achievers group.
It's hysterical because I went into the files trying to find it and it was probably right there in my face. So
it was right there in your face. It's the cover photo.
Never mind. I'll just look at the photo right there.
Okay.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome. Have a good night, ladies.